Hey guys, how are you today? Today I'm going to talk about Lesson 10, Homework 2. So what is our homework in today's lesson? You will have to create an interesting story and make it into PowerPoint. Before doing it, I'm going to show you guys the story I've made. My story is called The Kingdom of Frog. This is my story's outline. First they met, then they fell in love, and then they got together. Last, they got married. And now, let me start my story. Once upon a time, there was a little frog named Frank. He was the king of Froggy Kingdom. One day, he went to Taipei 101 for shopping. While shopping, he saw a pretty frog. Frank was totally in love with her, and he felt like she was his destiny. After seeing the pretty frog, Frank decided to strike up a conversation with her. He jumped to her and started to talk with her. After the short talk, they were both so happy that they decided to watch a movie together that night. After the movie, Frank asked the pretty frog to be his girlfriend, and the pretty frog accepted. Their relationship became steadier and steadier day after day. 1 year later, they got married and have a baby frog. They lived happily ever after. The end. After hearing my story, you might be interested in the techniques and functions I have used in my story. So let's talk about it. As you can see, these two slides are the original slides I've made. What do you feel when you see it at the first sight? For myself, I think that the two slides look very boring and unattractive. Therefore, I decided to use Canva to search for some designs. Let's see how I find my designs from Canva through this video. First, I typed story as my topic to find designs. And I decided to pick this one as my template. Then, I picked these two pictures to use. So, I added them to my pages. And what I will do next is to design it and then download it to my PowerPoint. If you are still not familiar with this function, click the link on the upper right. As you can see, these are the slides after I designed it through Canva. Isn't it more attractive than the original one? Now, let's see the third page of my original story. You can see a picture I inserted at the lower right. After inserting it, I felt that the background of this picture is very annoying, so I decided to use the function remove background. Let's see how I did it through this video. First, I click the picture, then I click remove background. Then I click I want to mark areas to keep. So now I started to mark the places I want to keep. After I finish it, I click Keep Changes. And then I successfully removed my background. If you are still not sure how to remove background, click the link on the upper right. Now, let's see my original slides in my 4th to 6th slide. As you can see, the slides are all so empty that it looks very boring. So now, let's see how I add things to them respectively. On the 4th slide, I decided to add an icon through the device flat icon. And let's see how I did it through this video. First, I typed watch movie on the search bar to search for the icon I want. Then, I choose this one to use. So now, I download it, and later, I will insert it to my slide. If you are not sure how to use flat icon, click the link on the upper right. And this is how it looks after I design it. On the 5th slide, I decided to put two heart-shaped shapes into my slide. So let's see this video. As you can see, it is empty at first. So I click Shapes. I choose a shape I want. And then I want to change the color to red. And I don't want any outlines, so I click No Outline. And then here's my heart. Because I want two of them, so I copy it. And then I paste it. So now I have two hearts. Now I started to adjust the size and the position of the heart. And this is how my site looks after I design it. On the sixth slide, I decided to insert a picture from my desktop. Let's see how I did it through this video. It is empty at first. I click Insert Pictures, and I choose List Device, and I started to find my picture. After finding it, I click Insert, and here's my fake picture. Now, let's see this slide. This is the last slide of my original story. However, you can discover that the task isn't in the middle of the slide. So, what can we do? We can use the function arrange. Let's see through this video. As you can see, it's not in the middle right now. So, I click Home. And then click Arrange. Then click Align. And I choose Align Center. I click it. And then, as you can see, my task is in the middle right now. If you are not familiar with this function arrange, click the link on the upper right. Now, it's your time to make a story. Remember to save your file oftenly while making your slides. If you're not familiar with how to save files, click the link on the upper right. Last, don't forget to send this homework to our email. To know how to send it, click the link on the upper right. And we'll see you next time. Bye!